Maw-shal chapter 8. Doth not wisdom cry aloud, and prudence put forth her voice? Standing in the tops of the highest places by the way, in the midst of the paths, besides the gates of the city, in the very doors she speaketh, saying, O ye men, to you I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. See, Jesus, he claims he gave you a Holy Spirit, right? The Most High gave you wisdom and prudence. Which one do you choose, right? Which one are you looking for? Which one is that still small voice that speaks to you and speaks to your thoughts? Okay? Oh, little ones, understanding. Let's see, what is this word? Let's look this up. Because I got a feeling I'm going to mispronounce it.
Modern biblical scholars translate this word as crafty, listening, and shroud in Genesis and Job, because it better corresponds with our definitions of those words. Subtil T, noun, Latin subtilitas. 1. Thinness, fineness, agility, in a physical sense, as the subtlety of air or light, the subtlety of sounds. 2. Refinement, extreme acuteness.
Subtlety, understand subtlety. And ye unwise, take note. Hear, for I will speak a great thing, and my lips shall be open to preach right things. My mouth shall meditate truth, and my lips shall hate wickedness. All my words are just. There is nothing wicked nor perverse in them. They are right to them that understand, and just to them that find knowledge. Receive my instructions, and not money. Oh, there goes that, right? What they say, the love of money. The love of money is the root of all evil. It's not money. It's what money will do for you, right? Because you sit there with money on your mind. Money gives you the illusions of greed, and what happens when they have a lot of money? Then they want to buy big houses, right? But the house will never be big enough. Then they'll buy multiple houses, but they'll never be enough. They want the best cars, but it's all for show, right? And with all the cars, it'll never be enough. That leads to what? Women or men? And that leads to perverse immorality, like, what's it, Anthony Hamilton sings about this, right? The guy that has all the money and all that stuff, then he leads to immoral sex. And after a while, being able to have that much sex and being able to do the immoral stuff leads to other acts of immorality, he sings it leads to, messing with little children and bestiality eventually, and watching other people do that stuff, So chasing money, it's not good for the soul. You know, I'm not saying don't have any money because you need it for bills, but I'm saying when that becomes your personality, that it's all about money, you know, you have a problem, a real bad problem. But here's the solution. Here's the remedy, right? Instead of chasing that, chase knowledge rather than gold. For wisdom is better than all the most precious things, and whatsoever may be desired cannot be compared to. I, wisdom, dwell in counsel. That's why, it's good to have one, two, maybe three, but, anything after that, now you're just seeking, you're just seeking, entertainment. You're just seeking attention. Two, like I said, three good people to have counsel with. It's good because you can really throw, what you've learned, what you're thinking. Listen to what they've learned and what they've discovered. Compare, and then go from there. And stay in touch. Reach out, everyone. And go back and forth. And from there, your learning grows, because look, we're not all able to, just sit and study everything at once, But while someone's studying this and you're studying that, what you don't realize is that when you talk, what you've studied, eventually, through conversations, you're going to find out, oh wait, this connects here, and it's like a puzzle that you're putting together. And now you are able to learn, and you can take some of the stuff they've learned now and expound upon what on what you're building on. Because I always thought it was interesting, like back when I was like, really, a few years ago, I was really excited. I was like reaching out to like Lex and Vince and all these other people all the time, wanting to share what I've learned. And there was something that just blew my mind. Around the same times that I'm learning this, they brought up something, and it's like, wait a minute, how are we all learning this at the same time? How are we all on this thing at the same time? And I get it now. It's this. It's this that's connecting us, that's going through, and it's like there. And through counsel, I was able to learn a lot more, and I'm still able to learn more, So it's good. That's what I'm trying to say. I can see it. Here we go. 13. The fear of the Ishi hateth evil. I hate arrogance and pride. And I always remind myself of the lyrics, right? Be humble. As I've gotten older, I've learned I don't need to go out and speak my mind, or chime in whenever someone says something I don't agree with. I keep my mouth shut. I let them speak, and I just keep it moving. Because it's almost like there's no point in arguing with somebody just to prove, oh, I'm right, or I have the answers, or what I think are the answers. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes it's just better to say, all right, let them go. It's like knowing when to pick my battles, I guess, knowing when to use that energy. In every wicked way, and a mouth with a double tongue. I'm assuming the double tongue is the lies, and being two-faced. Saying one thing to one person and saying something to another. Saying putting on a persona into one person, and then this is who you really are when no one else is around, or when the people you want to entertain are around. You know what I'm saying? Counsel and equity is mine. Prudence is mine. Strength is mine. By me kings rise, and lawgivers decree just things. By me princes rule, and the mighty decree justice. I love them that love me, and they that in the morning, oh, sorry, I screwed that up. It's 17. I love them that love me, and they that in the morning early watch for me shall find me. Oh, that goes back to the book of Psalms. That goes back to the book of Psalms. It's one of my favorite things is talking to the Most High. You know, just talking aloud, just talking to myself. But my conversations are to the Most High in the morning. When the sun comes up. Because I work over nights and I get to see a lot of sunrises. Because of that. And it always reminds me of the book of Psalms and David, and how he said, I will seek him in the morning. And, and I try not to, make it no, confuse it with no Islam thing, or anything like that. This is just like, to me, that time is precious. Let's see here. Not the sun rise, but like being up at that time and thinking about what David said and that kind of thing. With me are riches and glory, and glorious riches and justice. For my fruit is better than gold, and the precious stone, and my blossoms then chooses silver. Did I read that right? And my blossoms then chooses silver. Let's see. I walk in the way of justice, in the midst of the path of judgment, that I may enrich them that love me, and may fill their treasures. The Ishi possessed me in the beginning, and I think this is wisdom talking about, and I only say that because if you read the Wisdom of Solomon, he says that in the beginning, when God created the earth, wisdom was there with him. And I think right now this is what he's referring to in 22. The Ishi possessed me in the beginning of his ways, before he made anything from the beginning. And that goes against, John, the book of John, John 1:1, which says, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And they say, oh, that's Jesus. Jesus is the Word. Are we sure the Word is the wisdom? And they're just looking for it because it's the New Testament. They're looking for it to be Jesus instead. Because what is wisdom? And we know it's counsel. We know it's the upright. It's all the things that's listed before, right? It's not impurity. It's not perversion. But we'll go on, right? I was set up from eternity. So wisdom will have no end, right? No, it has a beginning. And of old, before the earth was made. This is where it's gonna. This is gonna get good. The depths were not yet, and I was already conceived. So yeah, it has a beginning, right? But it has no end. So scratch what I said there. Nor had the foundations of the waters as yet sprung out. The mountains, with their huge blocks, had not as yet been established. Before the hills I was brought forth. He had not yet made the earth, nor the rivers, nor the poles of the earth. Four corners, all right? To hold them up. When he prepared the heavens, I was present. When with a certain law and compass he enclosed the paths. Now that I thought it was interesting, in certain laws, but I might be overthinking it. Certain laws might be like the laws of what we call science, right? Physics, something like that. This is what it was saying with the certain laws. When he established the sky above and poised the foundations of the waters, when he compassed the sea with its bounds and set a law to the waters that they shall not pass their limits, when being balanced the foundations of the earth, I was with him forming all things, and was delighted every day, playing before him at all times, playing in the world, and my delight were to be with the children of men. Now that's interesting, because in the beginning, wisdom and prudence are for the sons of men, and the children of men also can participate, because we know those are two different ones, right? The sons of men and the children of men are two different categories, or otherwise they would just say it was the sons of men again here. So everyone has a chance for wisdom and prudence. Let's see. Now, therefore, ye children, hear me. Blessed are they that keep my ways. I believe this is where it's going back. It could be wrong, but I think this is the issue talking in. Hear instructions, and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, and that watcheth daily at my gates. Now that's going to be interesting. That's one where you got to stop and you got to think of, what are the gates of wisdom? And where are they? And waiteth at the posts of my doors. See? The gates of wisdom, the doors of wisdom. It's going to be answered. Like we'll be able to find it eventually. We just got to have, a keenness to it. Because I'm almost sure, like as I'm reading it, the thoughts of some Greek stuff's popping in my head, that's what they'll try to tell you that it is. But we know it's not. He that shall find me shall find life, and shall have salvation from the issue. Oh, not salvation from Jesus or any of the other deities, but mostly Jesus, right? Because he's the one supposed to give you salvation through faith in him. No, your salvation will come through the issue. And practicing wisdom and prudence and looking for knowledge. But he that shall sin against me shall hurt his own soul. All that hate me love death.